Hello and welcome back to our Lord Pirate Criminal Rogue Trader playthrough. I'm Shadowcoast and welcome to the channel. We're in early access alpha version of Owlcat's Rogue Trader. So far, we have been met with the Anvers. We came incognito to Footfall Station and were jumped. So I don't know if they plan to attack us particularly, but they clearly plan on attacking whoever was landing. So we have to figure out this mystery. So we just completed this battle in the last one. We are going to start exploring Footfall. We're going to try to keep these episodes between 45 and 60 minutes to the best of my ability, so we'll see how timing works out. One comment I'd like to make, we did roll a criminal that did impact some of our stats. So we have increased ballistics, occupation criminal, and a few other components like agility is a little bit higher. We also rolled Imperial World, which impacts some other stats, including, I believe, Fellowship, Willpower, and Fellowship, which is nice. So given our build, we are, where's our progression? Over here, a leader, which is similar to Cassia. So we have all the leader abilities, which I think are pretty good. With that in mind, one of the awesome parts of any CRPG game in general is really developing your character and playing as if you were that character. So given our criminal element background, we're a little bit more open-minded than, say, a commissar. So we may be willing to work with pirates or other criminals. And one aspect I think with this playthrough, I tend to like light-sided or good, if you could argue it's good, or Paragon type playthroughs. That's going to be our background as a criminal. Part of the reason we became a criminal was because we really wanted to help the common person. And sometimes that caused us to go against the Imperium or Imperial mandates. So we're going to be a little more flexible in our thinking in this playthrough. So let's get started. Enough talk, more action. Goods, what is this? Leaflet, we need no rules or leaders. We are not an organization. We are a force of nature. A and B. Okay, we're not going to collect that. One thing you're going to notice is I am obsessed with keeping as clean as possible an inventory. So I'm not going to pick up random stuff. So I might double click on it at times. Let's go talk to Opticon 22. We saw him land. Opticon 22, the tall, hunched tech priest, stares at you unblinkingly. His gaunt face is a sickly gray hue, while his augment shows sign of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. Probably said that wrong. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logish Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative structural part of the Cognizance Fleet and the Brotherhood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Okay, good to know. So this is a faction. We'll take a look at that where we can build rep. Opticon 22, initiating official greeting procedure for esteemed, high-valued visitors. Glory, success to House Von Valencius. I think he can identify us by our cloak, I'm assuming, or maybe the information has been permeated through Footfall that we are the new Liege Lord or Lord of House Von Valencius. A binary area begins to flow from the scratched box attached to the tech priest's chest, requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation Logistar Theta. So that is interesting. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances in a short series of binary signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. So interesting, I think Pascal is a renowned tech priest in his own right. So it sounds like if they're bowing a little lower, Pascal is more honorable potentially. Oh, well, what's this? Let's make a trade deal. Oh! Materials. What's this? 1 and 2. Okay, so we need 10,000 reputation points with the tech priest. So that being said, we are at 30 out of 30 profit factor. It seems like there are items that are worth more than the 30, so there's got to be a way for us to increase our profit factor. Maybe we have to free worlds or expand our reach, expand the number of ships in our retinue. I'm not sure exactly what will impact this, but we have 30 out of 30 profit factor, so we cannot buy the precise bolter, which I'd love to give to Argenta. 11 out of 13. Can we? I don't think we can. Can we see characters here? No. If we wanted to sell, oh, interesting. We can sell this for. How do we select? For reputation. Interesting. So this stuff that we're packing away as cargo, we sell for reputation. We're not going to do that. Let's deselect that. We are going to buy a few medkits. Let's buy 3. I'm going to load up on how do I... Okay, if you click them multiple times, it opens up the option. So if I double click, I can open up the option to take more. We're going to take all the multi-keys because I think, if I read that right, yeah, universal lockpicking tool. So yeah, we're taking those. Pneumatic boots, decreased chargeability. Last gun, 7-9, no. Mobile extractiums, interesting. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The serve class assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms, the extraction of resources needed by the rogue trader. Interesting. I don't know. Well, we're gonna deal with this. So deal. Let's go back and talk to him. Maybe we want an extractor. We're gonna want to build our profit factor. Well, let's figure out what is this deal, Logistar Theta. I don't know what he's talking about. Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.761 Terran cycles ago, the Explorator Cognizance Fleet received from representatives authorized units of the Von Valencius dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalian void tankers on the planet. UDF Prozex 10 Santios Pride. Okay, so Von Valencius dynasty provided them with fuel. Great. Received it and then didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle account. Should I go on or is that enough synonyms? Thank you, Abelard. He is loyal to House of Valencius and he wants us to get paid. So apparently they owe us something. The stipulated payment reciprocal offering from the Cognizance Fleet can be made to the Von Valencius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled, archived. Confirm your status regarding acceptance of the payment reciprocal offering. I have some questions. You waited 30 years to pay up as a criminal mastermind or as the new rogue trader. We don't want these long-dated deals because we could die and then never realize their value. Execution of the payment reciprocal offering is in accordance with the specification of the contractual obligation. Allocations of assets from the holdings of the Cognizance Fleet was initiated when the tankers reached the main squadron. 14.905 Terran cycles after the initial transaction. So it took almost 15 years before the tankers reached the squadron? Okay. The asset allocation process concluded 2.663 Terran cycles later. Transportation of assets to the Furibundus system took 16.862 Terran cycles. Finally, final delivery of the assets to Footfall took 0.331 Terran cycles. I'm not going to do the math, but apparently that's why it's taken 30 years between all this. Clever. If you had been purchasing fuel for a squadron at the other end of the Imperium, you may never had to pay at all. We would have turned to dust before you made it there and back. Theodora worked with you. That's the former rogue trader of House Valencius, or the former leader. The statement is true. The Cognizance Fleet concluded 1,292 contractual obligations with the Von Valencius dynasty as the represented, led, administered by the counterparty identified by Theodora Von Valencius. One item that I just realized is in my haste to start the game, I missed a critical page that explains some of the backstory. So, if I were to poorly summarize, we were identified as the heir to the dynasty. Then Theodora, who was the current lead, died. We took over a void ship, which was apparently attacked. That might be part of the prologue or Act 1, I'm assuming. And we were able to repel them. Luckily. Now, we were attacked because one of the key things to our Von Valencius dynasties is what we call the Warrant of Trade. It lets us do certain things, own and lead planets, and it also provides us some protection that the normal layperson would necessarily receive. So effectively allows us to deal in arms, weapons, other things. And part of the reason that we have a warrant of trade and we have rogue traders is because definitely like further out of the Imperium on the outskirts where we are, right, the fringes of space, the rogue traders are willing to take on more risk to keep humanity supplied. right? And so taking on that risks, in return you receive warrants to trade to be able to do that. And basically that's one of the reasons why everyone is so impressed with us. We're a lord. They defer to us because we are very powerful, and that power is derived from the warrant of trade. So Void Ship was attacked because they wanted the warrant of trade. We repelled them. It sounds like our Void Ship took serious damage, which is why we're at Footfall getting it repaired, among other things. So that's a little backstory. I skipped over that in my haste to start the game. My apologies. I'll try not to do that, but I was so excited to start, I just went right past it. Anyways, what payment can I expect 30 years later? Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractiums, Astra Arator Processing Complexes, the quantities stipulated in the contractual obligation. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template contract. All right, so I think those were the things we were looking at buying. Okay, I'm glad I waited because are we going to get some? I don't know. We'll see. Great creations of the Omnissiah, blessed be his beneficence, which has bestowed upon these complexes industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support. And no payment need. No, no, no. We want payment. We are a rogue trader with a criminal background, criminal pirate background. I'm adding. It's technically a criminal background. I'm adding the pirate element, implying that we add ships to fly around to act like a pirate. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just my backstory. And again, we were doing it for the people. I think that's the angle I'm going to take. We want to help all of humanity, the average person, and we're willing to deal in Xeno artifacts and other things, most likely to justify the end of supporting the Imperium, but more importantly, the people within the Imperium, not just the Emperor, right? Not the concept of the Imperium. We want to help actual people. I confirm I'm willing to accept the payment. The request is accepted. The sacred machines will be loaded into the hold of your vessel. The contractual obligation, Logis Cartheta, is concluded. The Cognizance Fleet thanks Unit Rogue Trader Von Valencius for his cooperation. Items received mobile extractiums times 8. I think that's what we saw. Alright, I seek friendship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Brotherhood of the Adeptus Mechanicus is interested in, considers expeditious cooperation with rogue traders under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, is willing to provide services to the Von Valencius dynasty. The priority as service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. Great. Alright, so how do we build our rep? The Cognizance Fleet will be glad alternative unavailable to accept any samples of sacred technology. Samples of profane xenotech. Oh wow, they're willing to deal with xenotech. Miscellaneous items. Reminder, storage, study, and or disposal of aforementioned objects with the exception of 3 miscellaneous items is a preferential right. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Okay, so basically they're allowed to do this. They can use xenotech in support of humanity, apparently. Why do you want information about planets? The Exporter Fleet will also accept information about planets in the Cronus Expanse that have not previously been recorded in the Planetary Registry. Interesting. So we can also sell information. So I think you have to fly to planets. It looks like show the data slate. So we have to collect planetary data. Omnifaceted study of the Cronus Expanse is the sacred mission, operational objective of the Cognizance Fleet. Information about the planets and star systems of the Cronus Expanse will be compiled, studied, and transferred to the holy repositories of Mars upon completion of the Great March of Exploration mission. This process increases the totality of knowledge and decreases the totality of ignorance in the universe. Alright, I get it. Why are you interested in xenotech? Isn't that heresy? The Cognizance Fleet finds it reasonable, believes that forbidden knowledge in the hands of the laity causes destruction and violation that go against the Omnissiah's will. Weakness of the mind and will unleashes xeno-heresy, which consumes the laity whole. An example of that demonstrates the outline pattern, a void station in the system Lagrange's Belt. According to the data available to the Cognizance Fleet, the heretics on the station have trade relations with Xenos for the sake of obtaining dangerous and pernicious technology. The destruction of these heretics is of high priority, but not high enough to demand immediate action. Alright, we gained some information. Lagrange's Belt, there's pirates or people out there trading in xenotech. Maybe, just maybe, we can befriend them to get xenotech and then bring it back here potentially, or use it for our own purposes. Now, to be clear, our plan is to support people within the Imperium and thus the Imperium as a whole. The big difference here is sometimes we might make decisions that, say, a commissar or someone that worked for the military might not, right? We're not fully indoctrinated into crushing everything that we think is Xeno. We're more open-minded. I have some questions. Now, we're spending a lot of time on Opticon 22. One thing about this game is we need to interact and gain information because that unlocks additional options. So I'll outline that here in a few minutes. I have some additional questions. We're going to run through this as quickly as possible because we might yield additional insight and side missions. Information assistance will be provided. Opticon 22, that's a strange name. The designation Opticon is an identifier with an illustrious history, a significant number of archives references, and is used by many explorators in the Cognizance fleet. The extension 22 is a custom edition made by the current unit designed to highlight the unit's unique personality. Alright, so you are the 22nd Opticon. What is the Cognizance fleet? The Cognizance fleet is the exploratory fleet formed produced by the Adeptus Mechanicus for the purposes of surveying, optionally conquering the Cronus Expanse. Alright, good to know. You might conquer the Cronus Expanse even though our domain is here. We have planets here, I believe, that we own. Janus, there were 3 of them. I can't remember. I think Janus or Janus is one of them. The fleet's core squadron is located in data classified, while auxiliary echelons and autonomous void vessels are operating throughout the entirety of the Cronus Expanse. Great. So they have fleet here operating in the Cronus Expanse. We might encounter them, so we want to build our rep. May the Omniscience favor be with my tech brethren. Pascal reverently touches the exploratory insignia on his robe. So I'll take a minute here. I'm not reading some of these highlights just to make it quicker, but a supernatural entity, god of all knowledge, worshipped by Adeptus Mechanicus, also known as the Machine God. So effectively, the Omniscience should be the God Emperor, although they just view it as a Machine God. I'm going to have to go back and do some research on that. I think they're one and the same, the God Emperor and the Omniscience. Are you an explorator? Then why are you here instead of exploring faraway systems? This unit functioned as a senior planetary scout for the duration of data classified procedural cycles. It was distinguished with 3 promotions by 1 grade, the right to a Tier 2 sacred augmentation, a notion in the fleet-wide archive as a valuable unit. Okay, so apparently he's valuable, so he's like a diplomat maybe? After a reconnaissance mission in the Tenarius system, this unit was promoted to the rank of Logis and transferred to Footfall in order to perform the functions appropriate for its current status. There's something close to wistfulness in Opticon's 22 otherwise emotionless voice. Interesting, we picked up on some emotion here. My archive contains data on the reconnaissance of the Tenarius system and the associated special circumstances. I express my respect for a veteran and adherent of the fleet. Valid assessment, the Tenarius system was a great test of faith. An assessment of this unit's durability threshold, an act of destructive is genocide. Interesting. So what happened in the Tenarius system? Pascal Opticon 22 turned to you and snap in unison. Data classified. Alright, what are you doing on Footfall? This unit performs residential representation, maintenance of the bureaucratic machine for the purpose of ratification of the insulating boundaries, management of the Kappa threat supply line, compilation of astrographic reconnaissance data. Abelard lets out a long and heavy sigh. There was once a tech acolyte in Lady Theodora's retinue who knew the unique language of the esteemed tech priests. I only began to realize the true value of his abilities after he'd been devoured by a xenobeast on some nondescript world. Pascal, do these worlds have a translation? A hiss of static resembling a sigh comes from Pascal's vox. Opticon 22's function can be conveyed through flesh speak as functioning as the fleet's diplomatic mission, overseeing shipments, ensuring the laity does not encroach upon the explorator sphere of interest, collecting data on star systems. Why are you here and not say at the Liege's palace? Prolonged communication with lay people of high social standing causes this unit vexation, desire for forceful cessation of vital functions, grief, decline in motivation, righteous fury, willingness to initiate purity protocol. Reigning in an area of repair and maintenance of sacred machines is beneficial for this unit's cognitive function. That is hilarious. He wants to commit suicide if he spends too much time with lay people of high social standing. Wow. This statement is true. The behavioral dynamics typical of lay groups are frequently devoid of logical patterns and are taxing to analyze. I have no more questions. I want to make a trade deal. We have 8 of these, so I don't think I'm going to use my profit factor yet, and it does increase by 0.3 we saw. Alright, that was a lot. Let's get to perusing here. At first glance, these... Alright, hold on. I want to open this more. At first glance, these look like standard containers, but their frames have been reinforced and their sealing improved to keep the smell in. These are used to transport contraband.
Follow my lead.
We have a body over here. Can we... There we go. I'm just going to pack a lot of this away.
I'll lay claim
If for
to
whatever
the
reason we
stars.
think we packed something valuable away, please comment, because I can go open it up manually. Shotgun, Enforcer Carapace, Auto Pistol. You know what? I'm gonna take an auto pistol. Let me take a quick look here. We don't have stub carbine, so we have increased ballistic skills. Interesting. We got the chainsword. I'm gonna give you the auto pistol. Great. Alright, door locked. Oh! There's a code. How does this work? Nope. Alright, we gotta find something to tell us what the code is. What's over here? Goods. I'm ready to inform you that 2 days ago, the discharge was interrupted by a raid launched by the Anvers gang. In the attack, 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container serial number FDVA-1-16165 was stolen along with its contents. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna keep that in mind. Was that... I don't think that was this. These are just good. Pay or die. Good to know. We are just kind of exploring. There's a lot to explore. There's some goods over here. Primitive tools, pack a load. So this is basically cigarettes, I think. Combi tools. So we're gonna pack that away.
Follow my lead.
Let's see. This container is marked food stuff, but is empty, and by the looks of it, has not been moved in a while. Good to know. What's this? Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds, carve open their bodies like carcasses out of slaughterhouse. Imperial Navy, Casa Bellica, Corda, Von, Valencia. Their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow will erase them from memory. Go and seize power, as much of it as you can carry. A and B. Interesting. Now we're going to leave that there. I don't want to muck up my inventory.
I won't tolerate weakness.
So we can leave the area. But before we do... Alright, there's stuff to explore over here. So let's just... kind of... Alright, we have a pilgrim. What's this? A small altar, the central spot has been given to Drusus, a saint from the neighboring Calixtus sector who is widely revered in the Cronus Expanse.
It's about time.
Alright, I don't see anything else. Alright, there's some goods here. What's this? Now's our time. Alright, we already read that. The walls of the container have rusted and is component rotted away, a situation that is not uncommon for the shipment trying to pass through Imperial Customs. Alright, we have some goods here. I think both of these we can pack as cargo. We'll kind of learn what's important.
Excellence matters.
Container is labeled destination Yanis or Janus. It's covered in dust and must have spent a long time at the docks. Drinkable engine coolant? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna drink that. I don't think
Victory awaits.
The corpse looks horrifying. The victim was certainly beaten before being shoved in the cracks between the boxes. One of the hands clutching a blood-stained paper. Oh, the holy book by the altar. That void man customs guy is always on duty. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? Guess what? Hanger by the window. Remember to bow to the emperor. Okay, maybe we can keep that one.
None shall
It
stand
might
in
yield
my way.
some information. I'm holding down tab, by the way, so we can see what we can interact with. Finest wines from Janus. I'm gonna say Janus unless
I'll
it's
lay claim to the
Janus.
stars.
Alright, anything over here? loot. Loot. I wonder if those are the things I didn't loot. In which case, that's gonna drive me nuts.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I don't see... Okay, I think that is the thing, the paper. Alright, so it's gonna be risky. I'm kinda curious what the code is.
Follow my lead.
I'm not gonna forcefully hack it. Maybe in a different playthrough I might take some time. I'm hoping I'm not missing something important. So we have, hold on, we have 3, 1, 2, and then 1's locked. We have to figure out how to get it. Okay, we're good. So I don't want any of this, so I'm gonna leave location. And we're heading to the Shadow Quarters. That doesn't sound ominous at all. Alright. Alright, let me see here. We have no map.
A new challenge for me?
Oh wait, what's this logic check? Oh, that's down here. Oh wow, there's a lot of verticality involved. We have to go up and down. Gotta figure that out. What's this? It wasn't time that destroyed these tiles. They were definitely pried out with purpose and diligence. Alright, well that giant turbine looks a little ominous. Where are we at? There is goods over here. What's this? Now is our time. Alright, they have a lot of Anver propaganda going on.
Victory awaits.
Look no further.
Look no further. Am I supposed to see something?
I am at your service.
I'll
There
lay
are
claim
different
to the
checks
stars.
that we have to pass. Oh snap, what is this? Who holds a flamer like that, you idiot? We're almost refueling here. Fueled here. We'll show you how it's done. Oh. I had to click spacebar to advance. I'm just not feeling it anymore, that's all. The guy is pretty much a cinder now. It was a lot more fun when he was alive and thrashing about. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the assumption these are... Whoa,
I won't tolerate
I don't...
weakness.
We want to be careful. Alright, we need no rules, so we've already had that one. There was something... Oh yeah, something over here. Viva Casablanca. Alright, I gotta figure out how to keep this more open so it's easier to read. Alright, so... There are baddies over here. The question is, what is the engagement range? Okay, we can see a few. I think what I'd like to do,
Sins hidden in
we're gonna
the
try to
heart
get set up.
turn all to decay.
Can we see who these are? Ember Leader. Wow, they're a bunch of...
We are the spearhead of
I
the
tire
bunch
of
of-
idleness. Let's move. None shall stand in
Take it
my
over
way.
here. Alright, don't trigger
Your
anything.
seneschal is always there for you.
Abelard.
When the faithful
Sometimes you consult the
and restless carry the Emperor's will as your torch.
ready for daily input.
They fear to look at me because of my appearance. I fear.
How may I serve the dynasty?
Okay, so...
Doubt is for the weak. Submit.
Oh crap, alright. I was hoping we could like... start combat. Look at that, here comes another training target for us. Fire it up, you lot. Alright, well, Argenta goes first. So that's good. We're gonna
I
run
need
shot.
targets, not guidance.
Thank you. We're gonna go here.
I'll do it.
Nice. Alright. So shot count 3. Shot count 3. What's the difference? Soldier makes burst fire. Okay, so there's no benefit because it's really if the shot misses an ally is the big differential.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright. Second wind I don't think is going to... Apparently it builds on our veil thickness. So we're gonna go ahead and wait. This guy's moving. Gonna take a shot at... Oh no. Oh crap. What the hell was that? Do we resist? I'm very, very confounded. So this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. When does... Alright, that guy kind of moves at the end, so that's good to know. No, you can't. Okay. So if we move you here, you can hit this group. Alright, so that's 2. So we're gonna move you here. We're gonna pop machine spear communication. On all of us. Let's see if we can... Alright, I think we killed one of them. Okay. I was hoping to... Oh my goodness. Okay. We're gonna... Argenta's... Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Stunner. Ow. I guess we did not have that great a cover. Okay, first off... Do we want to... Okay, hold on. Can I...
Already done.
We're gonna bring it down. So we have buffed it with voice command.
As the Emperor
Second
commands, I act.
I thought...
I need targets, not guidance.
Oh man. We're gonna move back here because Adira is gonna do the same thing.
Rejoice in battle! I'll do it.
Alright, we have military
Power
excellence,
resides in the will of the righteous.
which is fantastic.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Oh, we're too close. That's why. I was wondering...
As the Emperor
Oh
commands,
no, 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 no. Ah, crap. We should have gone back here.
Unacceptable.
I screwed up.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Get a righteous fury here.
I'll do it. This is why I was
Nice.
chosen.
Wow.
Faith without
50%.
deeds is worthless.
I think that worked out pretty well. Alright. So we do have cover, so we're gonna try to take this guy out. Well done. Okay, so Adira, we're going to actually no, we cannot heroic lightning.
Will do.
Alright, I'll take it. I don't like letting things go to waste.
But of course.
So foreboding increases our dodge and parry. So we are gonna go. We're gonna go. Where's voice command? It's not the
Do
same.
not dare ask.
Wait, are you not in? Are you not in?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I will not.
You don't have. I was hoping to use dash.
I'll do it.
Wow. Okay, so receive damage from collision. Apparently, he hit something back there. Wow. Oh, because we already used dash in the turn, so we probably.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
All right, we're gonna see if this. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It looked like we shot. That might have just been a mistake. All right, Abelard. Can you?
My place is at the fore.
Can you get a shot in there?
Target well struck.
Thank you. We're gonna
It
pop
will be
Endure.
done. Victory is imminent.
All right.
I will endure.
My goodness. Pascal is next. Can we at least? Hold on.
That is not the Emperor's will.
I thought the turn just reset.
God
guess
Emperor,
not.
move through me. Be the fire in my heart. I need targets, not guidance.
Okay.
I refuse. This is unacceptable.
Alright, we're gonna. Come up here.
Injuries will not slow.
Ooh, we took damage. But we healed. We healed well. Why can't we?
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. Request denied.
What about?
My competencies are
Apparently,
not
this is only melee, maybe. Which it doesn't say it's only melee, which is confusing.
I'm enraged.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and.
Not my specialty. I don't have time for this.
How do we... Alright.
I shall not fear.
Let's go ahead and use our plasma pistol. Then we're gonna bring
Suits
it
my
down on
purposes.
Argenta. Now you can...
Doubt is for the weak.
Shot on the run.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without
Alright,
deeds
that-
is worthless.
Okay, great. Wow.
Damage.
Alright, so everybody's healed up except burning 2 rounds. So
Join me
taking
in
we're
prayer.
taking damage. How do we...
Cogitation failed.
You'll heal if we take no damage in the next battle.
It's about
Alright,
time.
let's do some looting. I'm gonna pack that as cargo. Flamer pistol. He's waiting for you. You know the place, so be there on time. The turn can be seen from the entrance to the Adeptus. Make sure some gawker doesn't see where you're going. Alright, I don't know if that's important. Oh, Thunderhammer. Hello. 3. Alright, we're gonna pack everything else.
New challenge for me.
Alright, that was exciting. Alright. Anverse Firestarter. Okay, so there's some goods over here. Pascal, I'm a little worried about you. We might want to heal up. Broken combi tool.
I'll lay claim
Alright,
to
so
the
I'm gonna do
stars.
something real quick. Options, controls. Okay. I mean, we haven't been using any hotkeys. I'm just taking a look. All right. We're gonna quick save after that battle.
Follow my lead.
In another test playthrough, I didn't save after a while,
Victory
and
awaits.
so I just want to make sure that they're like kind of key points that we save throughout the game, because there's a lot of talking and it takes a lot more effort than some other. Locked.
Adjustments.
Fails to pick the lock. Multi-key.
Explorer tool
Unlocked.
is blessed with
That's
multifunctionality.
probably not worth it.
None
Alright,
shall
I'm glad
stand
we
in
have
my way.
some multi-keys. Let's see, what else is there? What is this? Athletics check?
Who thought that was a good idea?
Athletics check failed. Abelard?
about time.
Oh. $45. Strength ring. Interesting.
We
Is there
must
anybody
act.
else? Can you try? That is unfortunate.
Already done. I'll lay claim to
Can
the
we-
stars. All too easy.
Can we... No? What's in there?
Not a problem for me.
I want to know.
Nothing I can't do.
Okay, well, Athletic shield failed, so that's just done. We're not gonna make it. That is unfortunate. A war warning poster with a call to serve the Imperium. We have some. I don't like how it's goods. They're really just. Yeah, another Anver's recruitment letter maybe. Primitive tools. What do we have here? From behind the closed door, you hear the humming of primitive washing machines and the voice of laundry workers singing a simple songs. Wastewater unsafe for drinking even after purification, now being used for laundering.
New challenge for me?
Good to know. Alright, we wanted to go down here. I think there was some stuff going on. Or there was that.
None shall stand in my way.
So, hold on. Before we keep going, we need to... What are these guys doing? Exterminators? Well, how do we get down there?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Talk to this guy. Exterminator, greetings sir, what brings you here? Did you want to watch us break our backs out here, eh? Footfall Utility Crew 3 is happy to be working for the good of the denizens and guests of the station. The man winks and salutes you with his flamer. What are you doing? Just burning rats and some trash and some parasites of other sorts. The district's under quarantine, you see. It got hit by something nasty, a disease. Or maybe it isn't a disease, just some bugs and worms that crawled out of some ship or other. It's a bit odd that it happened here and not at the docks, I'll grant you. Things like that usually start here. They even sprayed the place with some gunk to kill all the bugs and worms, but I guess something slipped through. 2 families in that block way over there snuffed it, and the Liege wasted no time getting the district surrounded so that no one could leave. So you know exactly what happened in the district? Disease, bugs, or something else? No, we don't, and we don't want to find out. If something's nasty cropped up, the right move is to contain it and kill it with fire. Not go in there and see what it is and why it's there. How exactly did the victims die? Who knows? They found them in their hovels already dead. Blue sores on their body and they stink something awful, which is why the lot that found them didn't even risk looting the corpses. Good on them, I guess. Doesn't mean we let them out, of course. Wow. It's these situations where there could be women, children, men, people in there that need help. What measures have been taken to deal with the problem? Oh, just kind of freaked out there. You're looking at them. We stand here, burn the foulness. We've got people standing guard so that no one escapes. Put some mines down, a whole load of them for the same reasons. The water, the sewers, all blocked off to stop any communications getting out. The air's open, I suppose, but the foulness doesn't seem to be airborne. Never been any strange deaths outside the district. Are the people trapped in the quarantine zone being provided with aid of any kind? We're having some graphics slowness. Of course not. I mean, I heard Reverend Heronius has been praying for their souls, which sounded more like retribution fell upon them, and rightly so. That's the most they can hope for. I wish to enter the quarantine zone. No, Dice, not going to happen. We're letting no one in. I'm telling you right now, bribes and intimidation won't work on me, so don't even try. You can file a petition with the Liege if you're so desperate, but my advice to you would be to go on your merry way. The Void's got plenty of nasty, dangerous holes. You don't only need to die in this one in particular. You'll go in and die, and that means I'll have more corpses to burn. He pointedly turns away. Okay. So, that is interesting. Let's see if we added this to our, where is it? Journal here. Ashtray, Hunt for Knowledge, a new pretty aggressive gang set up shop, the Rot. Part of the Shadow Quarters of Footfall, Ashtray and Footfall has been placed under quarantine. Alright. It is vital to keep an eye on the potential threat that the local inhabitants or the Legion of Footfall can provide more information. And then Astray. This is Argenta, so she wants to... Argenta, Atrium, Footfall, Farabundus. Where are we right now? We're in the Shadow Quarters. Alright. So looking at the time, we are coming up on time. Let's take a look here. What's this? The small nook in the stone is empty apart from the dust and a few scraps of paper. There's evidence that the cache... Oh, where is it? Once had a small door covering an locking mechanism. Interesting. Is there a way to sneak in there? I don't think so. There's a door. Nothing there.
Victory
Alright,
awaits.
so you now know why it's quarantined. Some
need to
blue
investigate.
stuff on them. Alright, there's a trap. How do we disarm? Oh no 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 no! What are you doing?
No!
Ow!
These ruby flashes are
Oh my
shall
goodness!
sins hidden
You
in
gotta
hearts
figure out
will
how to
fall
disarm.
into
Challenge for
decay.
me.
I might. Well, we're gonna live with it.
None shall stand in my way.
Adeptus Amosecus. Let me take a look here. Oh no, that's the area that's been cordoned off. Oh, window. Okay, let's go back to our party.
Lord Captain.
Alright, so is there anything over here?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
What's this door say? Before you is a compartment of a massive void ship adapted into a living space. From inside the building, the clinking of glasses and numerous voices can be heard.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright. In the next episode, we're going to head to the Adeptus Amosecus. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more of our Pirate Lord Criminal Rogue Trader playthrough, please be sure to drop a thumbs up and comment. You can and do direct my content. I'm really enjoying this game. I cannot believe it's only in the alpha version. It feels really good so far. I'm a big Warhammer 40,000 nerd, so that might be part of the reason. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I hope you are too. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in future videos. Shadowcoast, out.